By the way, this is 87 total episodes between Campus Pressbox and College Football Roundtable.
So you have something extra special planned for 100, right?
I guess I probably should figure out something, huh?
Here's what we should do. Since Bird likes singing so much, in honor of Sinatra's 100th yesterday, we should have Bird come on and sing a little Sinatra for us.
On the 100th.
That's right.
So is that like we're saying that he's Sinatra?
Something like that. Little Sinatra meets Charlie Daniels.
Sinatra going, the devil came down to Georgia.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's true. Okay. Well, yeah, Seth, take care of it. That's all you. 13 episodes from now.
All right, I had to open my mouth. I'll plan something extra special for us.
I appreciate it. Mike and I can't wait to see what you come up with.
All right, I can't wait either.
So tell me, but what are you doing? You doing like this Christmas gift thing for every conference, or what's going on here?
Well, when I was driving back from lunch this afternoon back to the office, and I don't know what made me think of this Christmas idea with the football teams. My original idea was 12 Days of Christmas type of thing. And I thought, I'm just going to do, kind of one gift, that sort of thing. And I have it in my mind that I might try to tackle at least all of the 5 power conferences. I just don't know how much interest I have in the other non-SEC conferences, number one. Number two, I just don't know enough about a lot of the teams from the other conferences to, be kind of snarky about them.
Well, this is a good opportunity to get to know those teams.
Possibly, yeah. And this is a really good opportunity for me to get to know how WordPress, works after close to, a year and a half, 2 years, writing in it, where I don't press the wrong button prematurely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know how I do this, and no one cares about this, is I usually set the publish date to like 2020, and then I hit schedule, and then it never publishes. That way I never accidentally hit the publish button.
That's why you're the man in charge.
I wouldn't say that. I just, sometimes you just got to be smarter than the software sometimes.
To outthink yourself.
Yeah. Mike, what's up?
Nothing at all. Just nothing more exciting than, Freshman and the Odyssey novel. Yeah.
The what?
We're reading The Odyssey by Homer.
What is that?
You don't know what that is?
No.
Greek. It's a Greek myth.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You make these people read this stuff?
Yeah. Hey, fun and games come next semester. We get Romeo and Juliet. Just shoot me now.
Oh, my God.
Well, what's your preferred book, Mike?
Othello.
Ah, all right. And that's what you're going to see.
Well, that's what I went to see the other day. Yeah.
How was that?
It was, shall we say, it was pretty cleaned up because Othello is full of sexual innuendo.
Oh, yes.
And it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll, Shakespeare style. But since they had a concert hall full of high school kids, I think there was some cleaning up of, shall we say, speech.
All right, not to get too far off on a tangent here, but this is kind of one of my pet peeves, Mike. We live in this society today where we're told our culture is just so further down in the gutter than it's ever been in the history of mankind, and people forget about what the Shakespeare stuff was really about and how it was written.
Oh, dear God, yes.
I mean, as a society, we've always been like this. Just Shakespeare was able to say it so much more eloquently than we can today.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I would have been all for not cleaning the language up. Let the innuendo out there. We were dealing with kids that were seniors in high school, for crying out loud. So,
and they may or may not have understood it also. The way it's written.
Yeah, they wouldn't. There's some of those kids in the Shakespeare class that we brought to this that, they're not picking up on the innuendo. They're not picking up on, the other kind of metaphorical terms that are being used. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but
double and triple entendre.
There you go. Man, I could bring you into class. Holy smokes.
That would be scary for all of us.
You can put that Mizzou education on the line there. There we go.
That's right. I do have a 7-year education degree from there.
A 7-year. All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask what you were doing for those 7 years, but
I think I was doing what Damien was doing all weekend.
Yeah, partying.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had $100 bill at one bar and a all day whatever yesterday watching the Browns get their ass kicked.
That was my undergraduate college experience right there.
$100 bills?
On occasion, yeah.
For the record, I have no idea what you guys are just talking about, Shakespeare and Othello and none of that stuff. I have no idea what any of that stuff means.
You go all South Park on us.
Oh, yeah, you don't want me to do that because I love that show.
I've never seen an episode.
Really?
Yeah.
You should, Damien, you should at least just watch this season of it. I mean, everything going on in the world right now with like PC culture and all that. If you just watch this season of it, I think you'd appreciate it.
Okay. I'll as soon as I'm done with Star Trek Voyager, I'll watch. How about that?
All right.
I'm on season 6 right now, Star Trek Voyager. So I think I have this season and maybe one more. But I will put that on a list. I was going to go through House of Cards again because a new season comes out on Valentine's Day, but I will
That's
delay
a good
that.
show.
Oh my God, House of Cards. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Seth, you seen House of Cards?
I started watching it a few months ago. I saw the first 5 episodes, but I enjoy it.
So what
Yeah, you sounded kind of hesitant there, buddy.
Yeah.
But
I
I lose interest in television quite a bit. I'll get into a show and then it's like, all right, I'm done with this. So I'm a lazy TV watcher.
See, this is why I just watch them all at once. This is what I did with 24. My ex-girlfriend and I, we watched every single episode of 24 together a few years ago. It was great. But you watch 5 episodes and you're done?
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm just, and I'll be honest with you.
And you know
it. If it wasn't for my wife being into the shows that she's into, I the only thing I would watch on TV are like Seinfeld reruns.
Oh my God, that show's terrible.
Oh, I'd watch nothing but sports and Seinfeld reruns. But my wife watches all these contemporary shows and they're great shows. But if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't watch any of them.
How about Cheers? How do you feel about Cheers?
I like Cheers. Yeah, I mean I wasn't so young that I couldn't appreciate it. That was a good show. I like Frasier.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Of course you do. Yeah.
How about NYPD Blue?
Never saw it.
What?
Whoa.
Never saw it.
Are you?
I love that show.
What?
I never saw one single episode of that show.
Wow.
But some shows that I watch now because of my wife, Elementary.
What?
I watched that. I watched Castle, Bones.
Chicago Fire or whatever. Do you watch Chicago PD or whatever that garbage is?
No, never seen that one.
Southland?
Nope.
Wow.
I watch a lot. But the only reality TV show we watch is the Tiny House shows, and that's partially because it's kind of interesting, but primarily because we like to make fun of them.
Okay, so here's an important question, Seth.
Yes.
Man card on the table when you. Oh my God.
How about
making fun of midgets? Awesome. Look at that little guy go. Look at that. Look at his feet. Woo.
Wait a minute. How'd you bring midgets into this?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, you said little houses. I'm thinking it's like you're watching one of those midget shows. No. Oh my God. Jeez.
Oh, God.
But if you're watching Little Houses, that's the next step up, buddy. You're right there with the midgets. Whew.
Oh, man.
I think we've jumped the shark, Dame.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. What bowl are we on? How this get started? Oh, Mormons. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Mormons.
There we go.
We went from Mormons to midgets.
Mormons to Cheers to Castle to Little Houses
to midgets.
It's about as funny as watching a midget run track right there.
I don't even know what the hell you're doing, Mike. I don't even understand.
I don't know.
Seth, what about Law and Order?
I never
was gonna
saw
ask that.
I never really saw that.
Breathe, Seth. Breathe.
Yeah, do we need to take a commercial break here for you, or you're going to make
keep
it?
throwing them at me.
Simpsons.
Yeah, I watched
I don't
that,
like
and then
the
I kind of got sick
I've
of
ne-
it, but I
Never
liked
seen
it.
it. Never seen it.
Yeah, I mean,
I-
I watched it 20 years ago, illegally because my mom didn't want me to watch it, but I watched it then, and now it's just, the show's been on 25 years. Like, I'm done with it.
Yeah. I mean, I actually like Family Guy a little more than The Simpsons now, but I don't watch that anymore either.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Vince Scully?
Yeah, I was never a big baseball guy, and I know if you're a baseball fan, the announcers, really carry a lot of weight. So for me, Vince Scully is just the voice of the baseball video game I used to play.
Okay. All right,
So I don't really give a crap.
What is this? Is it Hyundai or Hyundai?
Hyundai.
That's how they spell it? Hyundai?
Yeah, it's a car.
Yeah.
Okay, man, I drive a Ford, man. I don't know what a Hyundai is.
I drive a Hyundai.
Hyundai? I don't know what that is. Where is that? Is that Japanese or Chinese?
Is Japanese.
Is that what you drive? You traded your Beamer for one of these? How do you know
No,
that? Are you a
it's like-
stockholder?
I was a Toyota guy for years, and that was like the step. That was like the step below the Toyota.
But now it's even, right? Isn't it the Hyundai Sonata?
Yeah, that's what I drive. It's a good car.
Yeah. Hyundai.
Yeah, if that's how you want to pronounce it, man, I am not going to get
roll
your
with
way.
it. Yeah.
What is
exactly.
it? What is it?
It's
Hyundai.
Hyundai. Yeah,
Hyundai.
it's a silent Y.
That's my father's nickname for my brother is Hyundai, like $100, because every time he asked my father for something, it cost him $100. Hyundai.
Or is it Hyundai?
Isn't that the car? Isn't that what we're talking about? Hyundai. And you know what else I did here?
What?
I put PAC-12, P-A-C-K 12.
Have you not read your email?
Yeah. And no
You're singing
hyphen
12
either.
pack right there.
And no hyphen either. So I definitely screwed this up.
That's right.
Yeah. But at least I didn't say Big 10, number 10, like some people do.
I do that, don't I?
A lot of
Oh,
people do that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do that.
I don't understand how you people do that. It's Big 10, T-E-N.
Well, but Big 12 is spelled out, but they have
No.
10 teams in there also.
No. Big 12 is never spelled out. It's
Well, I
big,
know,
B-I-G,
right,
number 1, 2.
But Big 10 is spelled out, but Big 12 isn't. Good Lord.
Well, they're two different conferences.
Well, I know that, but it
It'd
doesn't
be like
make any
Hyundai and
sense.
Hyundai. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
And you know what else I like? I like when the people insist on spelling Big 12, B-I-G-X-I-I.
Well, it was like that for a long time, though.
No,
at
that's
one time,
their
wasn't
logo.
It?
That was never how you write it.
Wait a minute.
Never.
Their logo's different than how they spell it?
Yes, look at their logo. It's big
All right.
X-I-I.
You see, I mean, this conference just gets worse and worse in my mind. They have got their head so far up their own tuchus, and they're so spun around on themselves.
Can you spell tuchus? I want to see which way you'll spell that. The Big 12 way or the Big 10 way?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even going to try to spell tuchus. I'll just pronounce it for you.
Hyundai.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, so it's Big 10, T-E-N, right? Big 12, 1, 2.
Uh-huh.
And then AAC and ACC. That's one.
Right.
That's confusing.
All right, and then Pac-12 is
It's
1, 2, but it's
PAC,
hyphenated.
Right. Always hyphenated. PAC hyphen 12, even when it's spelled out. Pacific hyphen 12.
Wow.
Got to have your style guide, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Who's laughing at us in the background?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell's that?
Oh, my podcasting door is closed. That was my wife watching a movie out in the living room.
Oh, I wonder if she's watching, what'd you call it, Mike? Tiny People or whatever?
But Tiny People, Big World, that was an actual show.
Oh, okay. All right.
Here, my wife actually met the woman that was on there over the weekend in Orlando.
Your wife was in Orlando?
Yeah, this past weekend she was. Her sister is like an oncology nurse, and she received some big time prestigious award. So they went down to Orlando, and there was this little weekend, and they had this big ceremony for her and some others that were awarded the award.
The award's so big and prestigious that you don't know the name of it.
I don't know the name of it.
Oncology Nurse of the Year, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Sure.
Oncology MVP.
I mean, what I do know about it is that the trophy for it, I mean, the award was more than a plaque. It was a trophy, and it was heavy. To listen to my wife talk about it, this thing was 20 pounds, and she had to carry the thing through the airport.
Did she have to register it as a weapon?
I don't think so.
Bring that through the X-ray machine. Yeah. What do you got here? Yeah. What's this?
Yeah. All right, so we're still on December 24th here. Now we're going to do the Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl, played in the Cotton Bowl, which does not play the Cotton Bowl in the Cotton Bowl because they play it at Arlington Stadium now. Go ahead, Seth.
Who's had Zaxby's before?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it.
It must be a Midwest thing.
Well, no, it's not even a Midwest thing. It's a South thing. It's like a fried chicken type of place that we get the commercials for them in Missouri because, we're in the SEC. We're in the South, but we're not actually in the South, so we don't have a Zaxby's or any of these other commercials that they have during these games.
Right. Seth would always tell you, Missouri is not south or east of anything.
Right.
Except for Canada.
Yeah. Right. You're not getting an argument from me on that.
Still wish they would go back to the Big 12. 1-2.
But come on, Houston is in the AAC and is in the same conference as UConn and Temple.
Yeah, but that's called the American Athletic Conference. There's a whole continent.
All right, so you're saying that because of branding and the branding part of the marketing, that they can get away with it because they cast a wide enough net with their name?
Yes.
All right.
For years, the Big Ten, when it was 11 schools, was it 11? Yeah, it was 11 schools.
It was 11 schools.
Yeah, they said the 10 stood for how many states they were in. Did you know that?
No, I did not. That's some good spin.
Yep. And the old logo was B and then had the number 11 in it. Like if you look at the old Big Ten logo,
yeah,
it had the number of schools in the old logo. It's kind of like FedEx has the arrow in the logo that no one ever sees. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mike, how do we spell Big Ten?
You spell it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What are we doing here?
Zaxby's.
Yeah, you said they're fried chicken?
Yeah. Yeah, fried chicken, wings, that sort of thing.
Did your wife have any while she was in Orlando?
No, she did not.
I bet you the oncology nurse would not approve of that.
No, and they also did not go to a Beef O'Brady's.
Yeah,
is that?
Oh no, we have a Beef O'Brady's in Ohio. That place is
you
great.
do?
Oh yeah, there's two of them. There's one in Florida and there's one in Cleveland, right? And that's it, isn't it?
That sounds about right. And you have the Winking Lizard.
We do. We are the home of the Winking Lizard.
I love that place.
I was there on Saturday.
Explain.
Wait, you've been to the Winking Lizard?
Well, I've never been to the Winking Lizard, but when I still worked at MetLife, I worked on the insurance quote for him. And if we would have won the business, the sales rep was going to send me a bunch of shirts. So I thought that was the coolest name, the Winking Lizard.
Yeah, it's a bar, and every store has a lizard, in the store. They're very nice, good food. That's what I said. That's where I was on Saturday. Winking Lizard.
I saw your pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yep, with a bunch of Twitter people, a bunch of other friends. So
yeah,
watching the big TEN championship game. See what I did there, Mike?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
There's a Chili's right next to campus that I've eaten at.
A Chili's, like the restaurant?
Yeah, kind of like right next to campus, right across the street from the stadium, within walking distance of the stadium, I believe. Chili's.
What city is this?
Boise.
Boise.
And you've been there, Seth?
Yeah. Back in the mid-'90s, maybe 95-ish, NCAA basketball first and second round tournament site was there when Missouri was there when I was still in the band. So we went to Boise. Great town.
Are you in the Chamber of Commerce?
Not yet. Not yet. But if anybody from the Chamber is listening to this, I am available. No, actually, the really cool or funny story about that trip was the first round game. I want to say it's when Missouri played Indiana, in the first round, and Bobby Knight had one of his typical post-game press conference tirades. And, someone said he wasn't going to be there and he was going to be there. And, he chewed somebody out left and right in front of everybody. And so next day we're all walking around town and we went into some store and, and the shop owner's like, yeah. That was like my grandson that he chewed out. That was like really cool.
Jeez.
One of my, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that was that game where he chewed out the media guy for setting up he set up the interview for too early or something. I mean, that was that one.
Possibly. It was like 94, 95-ish, something like that.
Seems about right.
Yeah. I mean, like what I remember from the actual game, Missouri had this walk-on from St. Louis named Chip Walther that he must have been all of about 5'8". And Norm Stewart was the coach at the time. He put Chip in this game, and Chip hit a couple of threes in the corner right in front of Bobby Knight. And the band, we were sitting close enough that when Bobby Knight turned around to his bench, and we could hear perfectly, who the F is that kid? Wasn't on the scouting report, and, Norm Stewart, he nailed Bobby Knight with old Chip Walther.
So
Nice.
One of my friends who used to referee in the Big Ten for a million years, Phil Bova is his name. You guys may or may not have heard of him. He refereed the game where Bobby Knight threw the chair across the floor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, him and Teddy Valentine.
All right. I know that.
And Teddy just retired. And no, not Teddy Valentine. The other guy who just retired that no one likes. His name will come to me. His name is
Higgins?
No, black guy.
Bald? Was his nickname Smiley?
No. This guy has a
was
big,
kind of heavy set. Dude.
No. Thin guy, older now, but afro.
Ed Hightower.
Ed Hightower, thank you. Eddie Hightower, yes.
Hated him.
Yeah, everybody hates him. I think he's a teacher. Or
wasn't he a superintendent of like East St. Louis School District, maybe?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes, that's exactly what he is. And Phil works at a local school district here in near Cleveland. He's like not a guidance counselor, but like a resource something or other, whatever. And I remember him telling me that story, and I just laugh every time I hear him tell that story about Knight throwing that chair across the floor. It's great. Basketball history that people, 10 or 15 or 20 years from now will never believe that anyone would ever do in their right mind.
Right. Yeah. And was able to keep their job.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, remember, wasn't there all that stuff there about Bobby Knight choking out Steve Alford?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then when he kicked his own son?
He kicked his own son. Yeah, I remember that too.
And then he got the whip out on Calbert Cheney.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was the hunting trip where he accidentally shot the guy he was hunting with or something like that.
No,
or was
that's Dick Cheney. That's Dick Cheney.
No.
Yeah,
something.
That's the vice president.
Right. Well, Dick Cheney too, but I think Bobby Knight shot someone while he was hunting also.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I didn't know that, but that's great. Now we know where Cheney got the idea from.
Exactly.
Buckshot, wasn't it? Buckshot.
Buckshot. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Thank God. In the face.
Yeah.
Vice president.
Which, like, how do you go back to the president and go, hey, I got a story for you.
Yeah.
You might hear this on the news, but I want to be the first to break it to you. What's up, Dick? I shot our lawyer in the face.
I shot a man.
I still think the best Dick Cheney story is that, he's George W. Bush's, advisor or whatever during the campaign or before the campaign. He says, I'm going to take on the task, kind of like OJ, of looking for the best possible candidate to be the vice president. And at the end of the day, he goes, yeah, nobody's good enough, so I'm just going to do it. And George goes, all right, sure, you're in.
Exactly.
Like, what? I searched high and low on every golf course looking for Nicole Brown Simpson's murder and a perfect vice president for you, and I came up with me in both cases. I don't know how that works. Dick Cheney, folks. 9 heart attacks later, vice president.
Exactly. And he's looking like Gollum from,
yeah.
It's my precious. Yes.
Who's that Texas Tech? Cliff Kingsbury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
They
That's
look
what that's what he looks
identical.
like.
Yeah.
Who's Ryan Gosling?
An actor. What
was he in?
Let's see. He was in
The
Crazy
Notebook?
Stupid Love. Yes, he was in The Notebook.
The what?
Unless you have a wife, you would not have seen that.
Did you guys just say The Notebook?
Yes, The Notebook. Mike, you saw that because of your wife, right?
Bingo.
All right,
Whatever.
all right.
How do you know he's just might be just saying that?
No, I saw it. Yeah, I have seen that way too many times.
James Garner's in it too, though. So
Yeah.
James Garner's a car guy, right?
yeah, Rockford Files.
Rockford Files, baby.
Never
Right.
heard of it.
What? That shocks
Whoa,
me. That
whoa.
absolutely shocks me, Damien.
No. I've
Yeah.
never heard of the Rockford Files. I know who Garner
Whoa.
dude is.
Yeah, I'm shocked you've never heard of the Rockford
Rockford
Files.
Files. Yeah.
No, I don't even know what it's about.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Big Boy needs to do a little research and maybe partake in a few Rockford Files episodes.
There you go.
Private investigator. Retired truck driver named Rocky.
It's a good show, man.
Is it still on?
Oh no.
Oh no, this is a show was like in the late 70s,
Yeah.
early into 80s.
Tom Selleck. Louis Gossett Jr.
Yeah.
He's dead, isn't he?
I don't know.
Isn't Gossett dead? No, he's very much alive. Oops.
He's still ticking.
Yeah, he's somewhere partying in a tiny house with a midget.
Yeah, he's all right.
Exactly.
He's all right.
Shooting his friend in the face with a whip
Tom Selleck
while throwing a chair.
was from Detroit. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I did not know that.
Learn something new every day.
He's got that mustache still, right?
Yes, he does.
He was in.
Him and Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he was in Magnum PI, right?
Yeah, that was his show.
Yep. With the Ferrari.
He wasn't in Top Gun, right? No, that's Tom Skerritt, isn't it?
That's scary.
Yeah, Tom Skerritt. Yeah,
Yeah. All these dudes with mustaches. all look alike.
mustaches.
Selleck was in Friends for like a half a season.
He was.
What?
Yeah.
I remember Bruce Willis was.
Yeah, so was Selleck. He was Monica's boyfriend for like half a season.
Oh yes, he played like the restaurant owner where she was the chef, right?
No.
No.
He played a doctor who was really good friends with Monica's father.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Would you have guessed that Tom Skerritt's 82 and that Tom Selleck is only 70?
No, I would not.
I would have guessed it the other way around. I would have guessed Skerritt
Yeah.
was younger than Selleck.
What was the last thing Skerritt did?
Stand by.
All right.
He's in a movie right now.
Really? Tell us more.
The Hologram for the King. It's filming right now. He
haven't
was
heard
in
of it.
Ted. I don't even know what Ted is. 2012.
Oh,
Ted, you don't know what
you
Ted
don't know
is?
Ted is?
Oh,
man.
you gotta watch Ted, my man.
All right, let me tell you the story. About Ted.
It's a talking teddy bear.
Yes, I wanted to see that movie, and my now ex-wife, she didn't want to see it. So finally, she decides to like let me see it and to see it with me, and it was on our anniversary. So we went to
Lets you see it.
Yeah, so we go. So on our anniversary, we go and we see Ted. And at some point, I was laughing so hard that tears were streaming down my face. And she looked at me and she's like, and with disappointment, she's like, "Wow, you didn't even cry at the birth of your children."
That's great. That is good.
It's like they're different tears. They're not the same.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's great. That's
No,
hilarious.
D,
actually.
D you would like Ted. Ted is. I could see Ted being your cup of tea.
All right, I'll put it on the Netflix. Is it on Netflix? I'll put it on the list.
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
All right.
You can
No,
check. I mean, but
Amazon
it's,
Prime then.
It's funny as hell.
Yeah, I think the SEC West should break off. Form its own conference.
Form their own conference.
Maybe they could call themselves the Big Eight.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think that's appropriate on so many levels.
Yeah, I mean, college football is just going to wrap around on itself and just, go back to the way it used to be.
Yeah,
They got to spell that out too.
Yeah, because the old Big 8 was a number 8, and so now this one, they will spell it out.
And prior to that, I think it was the Big 6.
It was the Big 6.
It started off in the early 1900s as the Missouri Valley, the original Missouri Valley, I believe.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yep. And then their logo would be big and then VIII. Just to troll the Big 12.
Troll, yeah. I was about to ask Damien to spell it out. Can you spell 8? All right.
I know my Roman numerals. I'm okay. Or actually, no. What they should do is they should do IIX to really troll the Big 12.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just to really screw it. Talk about mass confusion there. You think we get the ACC and the AAC confused? Wait till the Big 8 comes back with Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, and whoever else is in Mississippi State.
Can you just see some of those good old boys for those? What's that?
Yeah.
What's next? V? What? Harold, help me here. God.
Harold. Who's Harold?
Jeez.
I don't know anybody from the South named Harold.
Just making some redneck name up.
Hey, Cubert, get in here.
That's better.
Hubert. There we go.
Bring the crawdads. Bring those crawdads. Which, by the way, if you've never had those, are excellent. Just throwing that.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah. Really upset because the Touch ID on my phone doesn't work. Are you guys done?
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, exactly.
You'll give it a space.
Exactly.
I don't even know.
Talking football, and he's like, all of a sudden the ADD kicks in. Wow, look at my phone. It didn't work. Look at that.
Just seeing what's going on Slack,
Hey, have you heard of this guy, James? James Garner.
Garner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What?
And Ted. Ted's the new commissioner of the Big 8.
A talking teddy bear could do a better job than Bowlesby.
Yeah.
Hey, all as I say when you watch Ted, just remember about shit on the floor. All I'm gonna say.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I should probably get us back on track here. All right, Seth, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at @SMerenbloom. That's SMERENBLOOM. You can find me at campuspressbox.com, and you can also find me on the SEC 411 podcast.
Who are you with over there?
I am with Bird LaCroix, Mr. Auburn Tiger. He does have fan credentials.
Fan credentials. Michael Wilson.
Well, you can find me at campuspressbox.com talking about Pac-12. You can find me on Twitter at pigskinopinion, and you can email me at mike.wilson@campuspressbox.com.
Right, Damien Bowman, DAMIEN, on Twitter. Emails damien.bowman@campuspressbox.com. Fourlights.fm/shows for all the goodness. Campuspressbox.com/subscribe for this show and the aforementioned SEC 411 with Seth and Bird. Tomorrow they'll be talking with deep, sexy, whatever, Arkansas guy.
Sharp Williams.
I know his name. I was getting there.
All right.
I was getting there. Bert. Are you going to call him Bert tomorrow, or are you going to call him...
I am not going to call him Bert tomorrow. So I have to ask you, Sharp, have you ever run into Bert Bielema? Now, God darn it. Brett.
Well, that's his nickname. That's our nickname.
Right. I am just a doofus with this. All right. Let's try this again. Sharp, have you ever run into Coach Bielema at a Starbucks?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because you let that slip last time. It was great. Yeah. It was great because when I told you, like, I did what? You're like, I was like, yeah, you called him Bert, like, every time. How about that, Mike?
Nice.
Yeah, he had the Arkansas guy on. He's calling him Bert.
Yeah. and Sharp is coming back, so,
Yeah, so it must not have been that bad.
Right.
It's not even that bad.
Must not have scared them all that much.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, one of the most downloaded episodes of the SEC 411.
Yes,
So,
yes. Sharp treats us very well with his following.
yes. Mike, you are with Jack this week, right?
Yeah, we're going to go on Thursday and probably talk everything Pac-12 and what's probably going on at USC and the bowl games and, anything else that comes up. So it should be a good time.
Jack Foreman from Pacific Takes. And in that podcast, Mike will pick all the Pac-12 teams. PACK-12. Just so you know. If his picks sound a little different than they do.
Just giving you a heads up there.
Yeah, if they sound a little different, it's because they are.
It's like a March Madness pool. You can't pick the same ones from all your pools.
Right. Yeah, he's got five sheets going. He probably has 5 sheets for this going, too.
I don't even do the brackets.
Yeah, you do. Don't lie to us. You're a bracket guy.
I do a family bracket, but I don't do.
Are you the money manager for that bracket?
Am I the money manager? No.
Is there money?
There is money.
Okay, so I want a 12-pack of Sierra Nevada. Do you like Sierra Nevada? They're from California, aren't they?
No, it's a good beer. I'll take that.
I would like. I'm an IPA guy.
IPA. Okay. All right.
So, yeah, whatever their IPA is that I always have that I can't remember. So, because there's no way that Oklahoma beats Alabama in the national championship game. Alabama's going for number 16, and they have to redeem themselves against that loss from Ohio State last year.
I don't even think they're thinking about redemption from last year.
Seth, do you think they're thinking about redemption?
I think Saban is.
Yeah. I would say that they are absolutely thinking about that. And no one cares about the rest of these exhibition games, as I call them. But we'll talk about them because they play them. So, okay, folks, that's it. Seth, tell everybody goodbye.
So long. Farewell. See you later.
It's pretty weak.